The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Tallentine flashing some early foot towards the inside at Storm Hanover away well, but Tallentine quickly to the lead. Storm Hanover there in the pocket. Up comes B Green into third, about a length and a half back. Down at the pylons is Family Guy, and now on Honest Buck, second over, moving forward as well. Mohawk sixth in the early trailer, South Brooklyn. New leader now B Green, taking over from Tallentine. The field of seven wings around the turn and reaches the quarter-mile marker, 28-2. So here come the freshman trotters for the first time today. B Green, like most of these, making his debut, is on top for Corey Callahan. It's the 6-5 favorite, but an Honest Buck wants to get by, and Tim Tetrick and an Honest Buck now takes that lead away from B Green. Third on the inside, Tallentine back to Storm Hanover. As they approach the turn, it's Family Guy fifth, then Mohawk and South Brooklyn at the back. So right now, an Honest Buck leads the way as they are single file behind him, and they make their way to the half mile in 58-3, 30-1 second panel. Onto the back stretch now with the wind at their backs. An Honest Buck leads it by a length and a quarter. B Green tracking from the pocket. Tallentine used early, now saves ground third. And Storm Hanover going to try a first over now for Todd Shadle. That gives cover to Family Guy. Inside sixth is Mohawk, and actually Mohawk joins the outer flow. The trailer on the inside is South Brooklyn. An Honest Buck leads by a length and a half as he comes to the three-quarter-mile marker and gets there in 1:28.2, 29-4 third panel. An Honest Buck still with some work to do as B Green is there in the pocket. Storm Hanover is just a length away, and Family Guy second over in pouncing position, only about three back as they round the final turn. Top of the stretch, an Honest Buck by a length. B Green now takes to the passing lane to try to move up. An Honest Buck holding the lead by a long neck. B Green having a hard time getting closer here. He's inching now, but it's still an Honest Buck. An Honest Buck, Tim Tetrick by a head in his debut. B Green second, Tallentine third, Storm Hanover back to fourth. An Honest Buck, 157-3 in our first All-Star split. The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Time All Kryptonite, high stepping out to the early lead from the center of the track, chased now by Dublin Hanover on the outside, and Dublin Hanover going to sweep right on past Time All Kryptonite to take the early lead. Overseer is third, another length and a half to Mr. Big Spender. Then comes Churchill fifth, and Stormy Seas, the early trailer, about 8 3/4 off the leader. So Dublin Hanover, who had the outside post, able to get to the front pretty quickly here as they come around the turn and reach the quarter in 28 even. So there's Okas Fonstedt with Dublin Hanover. He's got some company now. That's Overseer and Charlie Norris coming up, and Overseer is going to take that lead away from the 2-5 favorite Dublin Hanover. Meanwhile, Time All Kryptonite is tight in third, about 2.5 away. Two back to Mr. Big Spender. Another two to Churchill, coming off a win in his parimutuel debut. Stormy Seas, the trailer, is still about 8 off the lead. Overseer now leads it after that front stretch move, gets to the half-mile marker in 57 even, 29 even, second panel. Fractions are crisp here for two-year-old trotters. See if Overseer can hold up on the front end. His lead is out to 2 now over Dublin Hanover. It's another 2 back to Time All Kryptonite third, Mr. Big Spender fourth, then Churchill and Stormy Seas. And nobody moving off the pylons just yet. Everybody saving ground now for fourth. Mr. Big Spender is going to make a first over play. Overseer has a lead of a length and a quarter now over Dublin Hanover as he comes to the 3/4 mile marker, 125-3, 28-3, third panel. It's Overseer on top, Dublin Hanover lurking. Now Mr. Big Spender third is about 3.5 away, whilst Time All Kryptonite still saving ground fourth, about that same distance back. Top of the stretch, Overseer trying to hold off Dublin Hanover, who gets his last bit of cover and shifts to the outside. Mr. Big Spender closing well out wide. Overseer on top, Mr. Big Spender coming on strong. Overseer still there. Mr. Big Spender, it's tight at the line, and a photo for the win. Comes down to Overseer, who was trying to hold on, and Mr. Big Spender was closing fast. Wait for the picture, the mile, 154-2. The Trotters have reached the backstretch. They are underway. That's Captain Jordan at the pylons, poking ahead out in front early on. Up in the center of the track comes No Freak Volo. In between, Armani Blue Chip is there, and so is Money Matters. 4 of the 5 in the chase for the engine early here, and it is Armani Blue Chip who takes over there from Captain Jordan. No Freak Volo third, and Money Matters, after briefly showing, is looking for a spot there fourth in front of the trailer, Bernice Mohanover. So they come to the quarter-mile marker in 28 2/5. Onto the front stretch they roll, and it's Armani Blue Chip, like most of this group, making his debut here today, being sent by Scott Zeron. Behind him is the 3-5 favorite, Captain Jordan and Tim Tetrick, a length back. Another length to third, No Freak Volo. Next up is Money Matters, the only one with a race under his belt coming into this one, and Bernice Mohanover is the trailer. So nobody too anxious to make any kind of sudden moves here. They're content to parade behind Armani Blue Chip, setting a leisurely pace to the half-mile marker. He reaches in 59 even, 30-3 for the second panel. The back stretch now, it's Armani Blue Chip going along well here without any urging from Scott Zeron. Pocket still for Captain Jordan. Another length and a half to No Freak Volo in third. Next up, Money Matters fourth. Looks like he might be headed to the outside. Bernice Mohanover is the trailer. So nothing has changed in terms of the order since the very beginning of this race. Now it looks like a No Freak Volo getting ready for a first over from third there. But still the lead for Armani Blue Chip, 3/4, 128-2, 29-2, third panel. And now Captain Jordan steps out from the pocket to take on Armani Blue Chip. It's No Freak Volo following that up, second over, and a big gap back to Money Matters and Bernice Mohanover. Top of the stretch, Captain Jordan on the outside, head-to-head now with Armani Blue Chip, and he takes the lead. Captain Jordan on top, No Freak Volo trying to chase him down, but Captain Jordan finishing well in his debut. It'll be Captain Jordan with Tim Tetrick to win by a length and a quarter in this All-Stars division. No Freak Volo second, Armani Blue Chip third, Bernice Mohanover fourth, Captain Jordan 156-3. The Trotters have reached the back stretch, and they are underway. Hat Trick Patrick steps out quickly to the front, followed by Neighver Punt, who slides up into the second spot there. Hoopa Hanover on the outside is third, about 3 away, then comes Almost Free. Herring fifth, and Nose Jammer took a bad step early. He's back on stride, but he's way back from the rest of the pack. So 5 of them have separated here, and Hat Trick Patrick in charge with Neighver Punt right in behind him. They are single file around the paddock turn. Hat Trick Patrick hits the quarter in 30 even. The front stretch now, and Neighver Punt slides out from the pocket there. He's going to take the lead. He's making his debut today. Dexter Dunn in the bike aboard, the 2-5 favorite. He's now on top. Hoopa Hanover is trying to get to the front, but he goes off stride. So instead, it's still Hat Trick Patrick in second, about 3 back to Almost Free third. Then comes Herring fourth. Hoopa Hanover still galloping there, and well back to Nose Jammer, who broke at the beginning of the race. Nobody coming up on the outside at the moment, so Neighver Punt, an uncontested lead, gets to the half in 101 even, 31 even second panel. By far and away the slowest panels we've seen so far in the All-Stars races. So Neighver Punt should have a lot of energy to burn here. In the pocket still is Hat Trick Patrick. It's about 6 back to third and Almost Free. Another gap to Herring fourth, and way back to Nose Jammer and Hoopa Hanover, who's still galloping there at the back of the pack. Neighver Punt, unhurried, leads by a length and a quarter. Hat Trick Patrick, the only one within hailing distance. 3/4 reached, 129-3, 28-3 third panel. Neighver Punt looking to get home now. Hat Trick Patrick staying close enough to threaten. And it's about 10 lengths back to Almost Free third, and Herring is fourth, and now Almost Free is off stride. To the top of the stretch, match race pretty much here. Neighver Punt trying to fend off Hat Trick Patrick. Leads by a length and a quarter. Hat Trick Patrick kind of swerving, weaving, trying to find a way home. But Neighver Punt is going to stave him off. It's Neighver Punt getting the win at odds on here for Dexter Dunn by 2 1/4. Hat Trick Patrick second, Herring third, and tight for the fourth spot between a pair of earlier breakers, Almost Free and Nose Jammer. Neighver Punt in 158-3.